As Boston as it gets, Samuel Adams, the revolutionary, right by a sign of the city's tech evolution, a SUFA sign.
It's really about sustainable cities, social cities, and smart cities.
Sandra Richter, Jutta Friedrichs, and Nan Zhao teamed up 4 years ago with a bold mission.
Bring technology into the public realm in a way that is useful.
First, they built the SUFA Bench, meant to be a social stop for charging devices powered by solar energy. Then came the sign.
It's almost like more like a social media platform.
Also powered by the sun, content can be changed anytime, uploaded like a social media post. Perfect for promoting things like local businesses, events, or offering real-time transit information. The signs are now up in 100 U.S. cities.
We really want to be where there is an emerging neighborhood, where there is both a need from economic development as well as a need to really bring people together.
SUFA was born at MIT's Media Lab. MIT Sloan School of Management professor Fiona Murray says female entrepreneurs tend to be impact-oriented.
They want to make a difference. And that doesn't mean that they're starting not-for-profits, they're starting for-profit businesses, but focus on big, important challenges. If you look at the numbers around things like patenting and intellectual property, Boston does quite well in terms of the number of female inventors relative to the whole of the United States.
But there are still disparities when compared to their male counterparts.
A place where we often see a gap is in women stepping up and actually creating really innovation-driven enterprises, companies that really have significant growth potential that can create a lot of jobs and really have a global impact. Those often require very deep technical skills, and until quite recently there hasn't been as much parity of women trained in engineering, computer science, the life sciences. We're increasingly seeing that parity today.
Funding can also be a real challenge. According to the City of Boston, while women make up half the residents, just $1 out of every 23 in bank loans goes to women-owned businesses, and only 3% of venture capital investments go to businesses led by women.
Most of the partners in venture capital funds have been men. And so it's very easy for them to very unconsciously just invest in business leaders who are quite like them.
Enter X Factor Ventures, a Boston-based VC firm by women for women.
X Factor actually grew out of a movement that we were doing post-election to get women together to have conversations about the issues that were facing them in their communities.
The fund's 9 female co-founders, including Anna Palmer, know the struggle. They're all successful entrepreneurs. Companies they consider must have at least one female founder.
You're not just getting the check, you're getting this amazing network of women who have scaled companies to 80, 90, 100, 200 employees and millions of dollars of capital to help kind of train you on here's how you can do this.
Something appealing to Marion Leitner-Waldman, who's been talking to X Factor.
Just as important as building sources of financing that can fund female-run companies is creating female ecosystems that will allow people to lean on one another, collaborate, and help each other out.
She launched artisan wine company Archer Roos with her husband. They're alumni in residence at Boston Startup Accelerator Mass Challenge.
It's already hard to raise money at a female-led company, and then layer on top of that I'm a female founder in the vice industry. It's definitely been an interesting learning curve.
Archer Roos prides itself on quality, also sustainability and affordability. They use alternative packaging, no bottles, just kegs, boxes, and cans. Their goal is to become a legacy wine brand for the millennial generation.
This is the first generation of Americans who are drinking more wine than beer in their homes.
Already in 13 states, their wine is sold online, at retailers, and in restaurants.
Wine Emporium, Roche Brothers, Cappy's. We're at Barcade in Cambridge, Commonwealth Kitchen, Toro.
Thank you.
Thank you. The Wine by the Glass is the last unbranded space at a bar. When you order a beer, you order a Harpoon or you order Sam Adams. You order by the brand.
I've never had wine from a can.
It's a first for everything.
We'll give it a try.
Cheers.
Okay, cheers. It's really good.
Leitner-Waldman feels local investors often favor tech and biotech companies, but says there's big profit potential elsewhere too.
Statistically speaking, women are more likely to found companies that address problems they encounter in their everyday life. Oftentimes, that's physical products. The opportunity for financial payoff here is large, but it's going to take Boston to reframe what they think of as success and what they're looking for in companies.
Professor Murray says bold ideas should be encouraged early on.
This is about nurturing young women to believe they're equally capable of taking a risk, of being audacious, and that it's fine to ask for money and it's fine to hire people and fire people. Those are not things that have traditionally been quite as comfortable, I think, for many young women as they are for some of the young men. But I think that's really, really changing.
And back to X Factor Ventures. Since they launched last June, they've already funded 20 different companies, which is incredible. And they're trying to attract more female entrepreneurs. They're going to have some office hours this fall to invite people in.
All right, and back to Sufa. New customers of the Sufa signs are getting creative with their signs. Loretta's Last Calls, for example, their sign in the Fenway is offering 20% off of lunch to customers who bring in photos of their sign.
I like that.
There you go.
Idea. Well, George Lewis used to be in finance. Now he's in the feed business.
The only remaining feed mill in eastern Massachusetts.
Why he made that change when Chronicle returns.